It was a blistering afternoon in Kano, northern Nigeria. I was in the backyard, battling boredom by picking leaves and stones, the way I'd done countless times. As the call to prayer drifted over from the mosque, a soft rustle from the ground caught my attention. I turned and saw a peculiar glint beneath the shade of our old baobab tree. Intrigued, I knelt down, brushing away the dirt and leaves. A metallic corner was poking out of the soil. I dug around it with my fingers until I unearthed an old, rusted box. The box looked ancient, and Hausa patterns were faintly etched into the metal, worn by time. My heart raced as I tugged it out of the ground, and I looked around quickly, wondering if my mother or father were watching from the house. But I was alone. I carefully opened the lid, and inside was something that took my breath away. A small, crumpled, leather-bound notebook, alongside a necklace with a small pendant of a crescent moon. The notebook's pages were yellowed and smelled of old ink and age, but as I flipped it open, I noticed handwriting that looked oddly familiar. The script was in Hausa, and as I squinted to read it, the words began to reveal an incredible story. The notebook belonged to my great-grandmother, Zainab, a woman I had heard about in family stories but knew little of. She had been a fierce and independent woman, often talked about with pride and respect in my family. This was her journal, written in a hand that felt warm and alive despite the years. As I turned the pages, I discovered something astonishing. Zainab had once been part of a small group of people who worked secretly to protect valuable relics and manuscripts during a tumultuous time in our region. According to her writing, our family was the guardian of a lost artifact, a golden tablet inscribed with ancient Hausa proverbs passed down through generations. She had hidden the artifact in a location she described in detail within her journal. Following her directions, I realized the description matched my own backyard. With each step, I felt her presence guiding me. I reached a small rock formation near the tree that had always seemed inconspicuous. But as I carefully lifted one of the rocks, a small opening revealed itself, leading to a hollowed-out space. Inside was an object wrapped in cloth, worn but intact. Unwrapping it, I found the golden tablet, slightly tarnished but otherwise pristine. It was magnificent, inscribed with wisdom about life, family, and the strength of our people. It was surreal to think that such a piece of history had been lying hidden in my backyard all along. At that moment, I felt a surge of pride, not only in my heritage, but in the courage and foresight of my great-grandmother. I realized that, through her journal, she had left me more than just a hidden treasure. She had given me a story of resilience, of heritage, and a sense of responsibility to carry forward her legacy. That evening, I showed the tablet to my father, who was equally astounded. We sat under the baobab tree, and as I recounted Zainab's story, I felt a connection to my ancestors that I had never felt before. The backyard, once a place of idle games, had transformed into sacred ground, holding the secrets and strength of generations past.